Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 530 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Jill Valley. Kent Lutzen is off tonight. Temperatures will remain cold enough that we could see some more snow on and off throughout this weekend. Our Storm Tracker weather team says we have another more significant system on the way. For more on that, let's head over to meteorologist Russ Thomas. He has our first forecast now. Russ.
Doppler radar showing some light snow moving across the area, and what's going to happen is overnight tonight we'll generally see light snow, and then by tomorrow kind of more of that mix that we have seen so much of recently. What does that mean? Well, kind of that sloppy rain, snow, maybe a little freezing rain as temperatures are going to warm into the 30s and even a few 40s for tomorrow. And Monday looks like it's even going to be warmer than that for some spots, maybe a 50-degree reading or two. We'll have more of that coming just up in just a few minutes.
Friends and family are preparing to honor the life of a Missoula man who was killed last weekend in an avalanche. 46-year-old Raymond John Moe of Missoula was riding a motorized snow bike in Idaho's Island Park area outside Yellowstone Park when he and another rider from Missoula were hit by this slide. Authorities say Moe and another rider triggered an avalanche above them. That slide was about 600 feet wide and about 2.5 feet deep. Moe was the only rider buried. They all had emergency transceivers and rescue gear. It's the second avalanche-related death in that area this month. There will be a celebration of Moe's life tomorrow at 1 o'clock at the Wilma Theater in Missoula. 2 people are facing drug charges after a raid on a Polson home last night. Polson Police Sergeant George Simpson says officers served a search warrant and found methamphetamine, pills, and meth and heroin paraphernalia. Devin Duchenne was charged with criminal possession of dangerous drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia, while Haley Trusello also faces drug charges in this case. It is the latest drug raid in Lake County. Law enforcement is cracking down on drug crimes. U.S. Senator Jon Tester announcing this week a proposal to protect 79,000 acres in the Blackfoot Clearwater drainage will be getting a Senate hearing. Tester's office said aside from protecting nearly 80,000 acres, the Blackfoot Clearwater Stewardship Act would also authorize a comprehensive trail plan to increase access to the Lolo National Forest, open up 2,000 acres currently closed to snowmobiling, and permanently protect access to 3,800 acres of mountain biking and trail recreation. That hearing is scheduled for February 7th. The seat for Missoula County Elections Administrator has been filled by an experienced director from Cleveland, North Carolina. Dana Cosby, who served Cleveland County for 4 years, was selected based on logistical experience to replace Rebecca Connors, the previous Elections Administrator who left in December. Ann Hughes is the Communications and Projects Director for Missoula County. She says the decision was tough, but she was impressed by Cosby's experience for this very important position.
Well, all 3 candidates were so incredibly strong, and it's a really great problem to have when you have really great people who have strong qualifications. It's a pretty critical position for Missoula County and for the voters of Missoula County. She's really interested in continuous improvement, so finding ways to refine and hone processes.
Montana's primary election for 2018 is June 5th and the general election November 6th. Well, now that Congress has the government running again, its members are looking ahead to the longer-term agenda of things that need to be accomplished. MTN's chief political reporter Mike Dennison spoke with Montana's Republican U.S. Senator Steve Daines about his priorities this year.
Senator Daines says his top priority is boosting wages and the economy in Montana, and that means policies to promote agriculture, energy, and other natural resources. Part of that push is a forest management reform bill that he hopes will streamline approval of logging projects on federal land and restrict legal challenges to those decisions.
And importantly, get our loggers back in the forest, thinning our forests, put them back to work, get our sawmills operating at full capacity again.
On immigration, Daines opposes extending protection for immigrants brought here as children, the so-called dreamers, and wants to crack down on legal immigration as well.
We need to take a look at our country and make sure that anybody who's entering our country is not a threat to our national security.
While immigration policies are sure to be controversial, Daines is hoping Congress can come together to pass an infrastructure funding bill, including money to pay for maintenance in national parks.
It is time to inject some funds, some resources into our national parks. It's the right thing to do long term. It's also right for our outdoor economy in places like Montana.
When asked how Congress plans to pay for these improvements, Dane said the first place to look is money spent on foreign aid to countries that don't support the U.S. Finally, Senator Dane says he's looking at actions to curb the rise of methamphetamine use and addiction in Montana.
This is the problem we face across rural America, and particularly in rural Montana. There's a lot of solutions that we have that we need to fund, but part of it does come back to the importance of securing our borders and stopping the flow of these horrible drugs coming up from primarily Mexico.
That's an ambitious agenda, and in an election year, no less. We'll see if Senator Daines and his colleagues in Washington can deliver. Mike Dennison, MTN News, Helena.
Daines and his fellow Republicans hold a 51-seat majority in the Senate. Dennison and MTN political analyst Dr. David Parker are going to interview Montana's Republican Representative Greg Gianforte tomorrow on Face the State about the year ahead for him. You can catch that program right here on KPAX at 6:30 in the morning, but if you're not up that early, set your DVR. Next Tuesday, President Donald Trump will deliver his State of the Union speech to a joint session of Congress. All congressional members get to invite at least one guest, and now we know who will be the special guests from Montana. Senator Steve Daines will host 9-year-old Danny Hiley from Deer Lodge, who benefits from the renewed Children's Health Insurance Program. And Senior Senator John Tester plans to bring National Border Patrol Council President Brandon Judd of Malta. He is a 20-year veteran of that agency. Accompanying Montana Representative Greg Gianforte will be his wife, Susan. State fish crews spend a good portion of the year on the water collecting samples and surveying fish, but as Winston Greeley tells us in this week's Outdoors Report, during the winter you'll find those fish crews holed up in a dark room.
During the winter, you will find most fish crews not on a lake or river, but holed up in a dark room over a microscope.
For all those anglers out there, these are kind of the behind-the-scenes surveys and studies that we do that don't get a lot of attention, but help us draw a lot of conclusions about making the fishery into the best possible fishery for the angler.
Fish crews across the state conduct a variety of wintertime surveys, from diet analysis to aging fish, in order to better understand a fishery's overall picture.
By now we have some idea of what went on this past summer, but now we're able to truly get a great cross-section as to everything that's happening, whether it be starting at the bottom of the food chain with zooplankton all the way to the top of the food chain with predator growth rates and aging.
Biologists can age fish by their scales and spines, but the go-to aging structure is an ear bone called the otolith.
The rings will tell us, just like on a tree, how old that particular fish is. We're also going to see what's out there in our population. You know, is it comprised of older fish, younger fish, or a bunch of fish in between?
And while the work can seem monotonous, it is really a culmination of all the time spent on the water that make this winter work important in managing Montana's fisheries.
It's nice to get it summarized and make heads or tails of what's really going on out there. You know, that's the cool thing about it.
I'm Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
Coming up, Russ has our wet weekend forecast, details on this new system that's moving in tomorrow. And Amazon's new Seattle campus looks more like a jungle. We'll give you a sneak peek inside the spheres when we come back. Stay with us here on MTN.